What's your most legendary experience with the butterfly effect? I was 19 and late for my shift at the pizza place. My car wouldn't start, so I had to take the bus, which meant I'd miss the 2 p.m. and have to wait until 3 p.m. for the next one. I was standing at the bus stop, sweating in my work uniform when this kid rode past on a bike, maybe 8 years old. His backpack was open and papers were flying out behind him. He didn't notice. I could have just stood there. None of my business, right? But my mom raised me better than that, so I ran after him, picked up the papers blowing across the parking lot, math homework, a reading assignment, a permission slip for some field trip. By the time I caught up to him at the red light, I was completely out of breath. Hey kid, your bag's open? He turned around, saw all his homework in my hands, and his eyes went huge. Oh man, my mom's going to kill me. That's due today. I helped him stuff everything back in his bag and zipped it up for him. Told him to be more careful. He thanked me about 6 times and rode off. That's it. That was the whole interaction. Maybe 2 minutes of my life. I missed the 3 p.m. bus, too, because I'd run so far chasing papers. Had to wait until 4 p.m. showed up to work an hour late. My manager wrote me up. I completely forgot about that kid until 17 years later. I was working construction, same crew for 5 years. Good job, good guys. Then the company lost a major contract. They had to make cuts. Last hired, first fired, that was me. I spent 3 months applying everywhere. Nothing. My savings were gone. Rent was due in a week and I had maybe $40 in my account. Then my buddy Connor called, said his company was hiring project managers, gave me the name of the guy doing interviews. I looked up the company online. They did commercial construction, big projects, the kind of job that could actually lead somewhere. I sent my resume on a Sunday night. By Tuesday morning, I had an interview scheduled for Thursday. I showed up in the only suit I owned. Borrowed tie from Connor. The receptionist brought me to a conference room and said, Mr. Patterson would be right with me. The door opened. This guy walked in, maybe mid-30s, fit, professional, expensive suit. He shook my hand, sat down, looked at my resume, then he looked up at me, really looked at me. Have we met before? I don't think so. He kept staring. Then he smiled. Pizza place on Warner Road about 17 years ago. You chased me on my bike because my backpack was open. I just stared at him. You're that kid. He laughed. I'm that kid, Danny Patterson. You saved my math homework, which I needed to pass 5th grade, which kept me in the advanced program in middle school, which got me into the magnet high school, which got me into college on a scholarship. He leaned back in his chair. My mom asked me that night who helped me. I didn't know your name, just said it was some teenager who worked at the pizza place. She wanted to find you and thank you, but we never did. I didn't know what to say. He tapped my resume. Says here, you've got 5 years of construction experience. You managed a crew of 8 guys, project completion rate of 98%. That right? Yes, sir. The interview lasted 10 minutes. He offered me the job before I left the building. Started the following Monday. Salary was double what I'd been making. Full benefits, retirement plan. But that's not even the crazy part. 6 months later, Danny promoted me to senior project manager. Said I was the best hirer he'd made in 3 years. A year after that, the company expanded. Danny made me director of operations. I was managing 12 crews across 4 states. Last month, Danny made me VP, gave me a corner office and profit sharing. We were having lunch in his office when he brought it up again. You know what's wild? If you hadn't helped me that day, my mom would have grounded me for a month for losing my homework. I would have failed that math test. Probably would have gotten held back or moved to regular classes. He shook his head. And if that happened, I never would have gotten into the magnet school. Never would have met my wife who went there. Never would have gotten the scholarship to state. Never would have gotten my business degree. Never would have started this company. He looked at me. And you'd never be sitting in this office right now making 6 figures. All because you took 2 minutes to help some random kid you didn't know. I think about that all the time now. How I almost didn't chase him. How I was late and tired and annoyed. How easy it would have been to just let those papers blow away. 2 minutes. That's all it was. 2 minutes that somehow turned into this entire life I never imagined I'd have. My daughter asked me last week why I always stop to help people. Why I hold doors open. Why I pick up things people drop.